social services would have known and taken steps to apply for their citizenship and their teenagers. That didn't happen. And it's really because of that bureaucratic failure by the social services that they've got into this mess, because if that application had been made on their behalf, they would both now be leaving prison and able to continue their lives.
Just for me, it is a system, isn't it, really? It is a system which has to be operated, has to be understood, interpreted by humans. So systems are always determined that you take on the nationality of your mother. I understand that. Whether that's right or wrong is a different conversation. But somebody still has to look at it, don't they?
I think what's very familiar for me, having interviewed dozens and dozens of people who have had very difficult treatment by their Home Office, listening to Darrell, who said that he has tried repeatedly to explain to officials in the prison, pretty much to anyone who will listen to him, that he shouldn't be deported because he's been spent his entire life here, he's got no connection to the country that he's being told that he's going to be deported to. And he hasn't been able to find anyone in officialdom ready to listen to him, and I think that is one of the kind of problems with the system, is this kind of inability to listen and take on board the illogicality of it all.
So that's Amelia gentleman speaking to me. She broke this story in the press. I just wonder if you've had any thoughts. Two young men born in this country convicted of quite serious crimes. Mother died when they were 13. Dad, gone back to Dominica, have been given a notice that indicates that they may be kicked out, may be asked to leave and sent back to those countries. I'd just like to know your thoughts, please. 0800 731 2000, text 81333. And start your message with the word alarm at 6:15. Let's find out what's happening in the world and make a difference around it.
BBC Radio Live.
Make a difference. Eddie, thank you. I'll kick this off with some good news for the Riverside Studios. Their cinema is reopening on the 24th of July. That's a Friday, so a fortnight from now. They tweeted yesterday, "We hope you'll join us for a great selection of family favourites and classics." They're going to be announcing what's coming up exactly very soon. During the lockdown, though, they've been doing things virtually, as a lot of places are, and they've been showing some classics like Some Like It Hot and Roman Holiday. But I think we're all looking forward to seeing what they'll be screening come the 24th of July. So stick that in your diaries. That's the Riverside Studios reopening. In slightly less positive news, the Shepherd's Bush music venue Bush Hall is under threat because of the pandemic. A group of fans have organised a crowdfunding campaign. It's going quite well, actually. I think they've raised about £30,000 so far. There's some real history behind Bush Hall. It started life as an Edwardian dance hall, and over the years they've hosted some huge names: Amy Winehouse, Kings of Leon, Adele, Florence and the Machine they've had on stage there as well. And those that run the venue say that the money raised so far has been vital to their short-term survival, but with no firm date for live music to restart, there is still a real uncertainty about things. So they've had musicians that have joined in this campaign to keep the venue in existence. So Mike Batt, who had been due to play in May, performed instead via Facebook, with fans urged to contribute to the survival campaign. Regulars Ben Moss and Grace Petrie live streamed a virtual gig. They raised £4,000. They had a former barman run a marathon in his back garden. That added another £1,600 to the total. If this sounds like something you'd like to contribute to and make a difference there yourself, there is more details available at lbhf.gov.uk. That's lbhf.gov.uk. And as the world as we knew it continues to reopen and become a bit more familiar, well, Tottenham Green Market is temporarily reopening as a monthly food and drink event from this Sunday. That's July 12th. So the organisers say that they're really grateful for the continued support that they've had, and they're looking forward to welcoming everyone back on the second Sunday of each month. As they slowly return to normal. So that's going to be Sunday, July 12th this month, and then they plan to do the same each month going forward. Before COVID, they'd actually been working with Haringey Council on a refreshed market format, and they do still plan to do that apparently and deliver the weekly market again, but that probably won't be until early 2021. So in the meantime, they're back to doing the second Sunday of every month. That begins this Sunday, July the 12th, and that's going to be from 11 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. Still got one more Make a Difference update left, so keep the good stuff coming in via the inbox on email. That's makeadifference.london@bbc.co.uk, or you can pick up the phone and give us a ring. The number 0800 731 2000.
BBC Radio 1.
Make a difference.
Thanks so much for that, Emma. We'll be back in about half an hour's time. Good evening to you. This is BBC Radio London's Drive Time show. Look, read some of these messages about social workers, deportation, the Home Office, the way people are handled, systems. This is after twins were told that it is possible that they will be thrown out of the country. This is after they served a serious, quite a long sentence actually, for quite a serious crime. But they've not got a passport. They've never been out of the country, and Mum passed away Eddie, please ask what the social workers were doing while these two young men were in care. Their individual social workers should have been seeking their legal status for this country once they were placed in care with foster carers. Troubled upbringing, in or out of trouble or not, the fact that they were in care and were minors in the care of the local authority could or should have sorted this out. It is their responsibility to sort out their legal status. It is not their responsibility, please excuse me, because they were minors. Too many lazy, can't be bothered. I'm bogged down social workers, not all of them many, but too many. Michelle, look, I've got to be honest with you. The social workers are a set of people that I usually push back hard for, because I know a few of them, and the only time we ever hear about them is when things go wrong. But in the hundreds of thousands, they say millions of cases that they deal with day in, day out, against these troubling times, with finances being less and caseloads being more. I'm always take a minute before I criticise them. We have tried to get a whole host of people on today. We tried to get the local MP on, we tried to get the leader of Ealing Council on, but they wouldn't come on. They wouldn't come on because this isn't an easy one to talk about. This isn't one that you come on and talk about and you look good and everybody loves you and thinks that you're really, forward thinking and all of that. This is a tough one. This is two guys who turned out to be criminals. Are British or aren't they? They are because they were born here. They aren't because they don't have any documentation. And I'm just interested in what your thoughts are. 0800 731 2000. Although, Michelle, somebody might want to stand up for you against me in regards to the social workers. So it's a clearly undesirables, Eddie, and from a dysfunctional family. The fact that they were born here doesn't matter. We have several cases of people coming to this country to give birth for various reasons, which doesn't mean they are British. And when they stay and turn out like these two individuals, we should not be wasting money or energy on fighting for them to stay. You don't get 6 years in jail for being a positive contributor to our society, and I can see no point in having any kind of campaign going to keep them here. Okay. That's John's point of view. If you've got one that you like heard, 0800 731 2000. I'd like your text, please, to 81333, starting your message with the word London and emails to eddie.nestor@bbc.co.uk. Let's get on to a different issue, shall we? Travellers arriving in the UK from dozens of countries no longer have to self-isolate for 2 weeks from today. I suppose that should be a hip hip hooray, although I am minded to ask, who's coming here? The rules are being relaxed for arrivals from more than 60 countries and British overseas territories. The Foreign Office is now advising people